Really, by the time Coach Bryant came in '58, about my first year to officiate high school ball, Fred, I have seen more kickoffs than anybody in the world. I've been in Guinness Book of Records.
This museum tells the story of a lot of games over a lot of years. But before the games were played, there was practice.
Corny Lashley, who handled the periphery details for Coach Bryant. And that's when Corny asked me, did I officiate? And I told him yes. I didn't fail to mention I'd worked one high school game, and I think that was on the clock. And here I am going to the University of Alabama with Coach Bryant, and to tell you I would be intimidated would be an understatement. And I sat right there at that far end, and if you notice, Fred, when you sat there, you looked up at him, and he looked conversely, he looked down at you, and it was frightening.
So every year since, Eddie Conyers has officiated practice for the Crimson Tide. After Bryant came Ray Perkins.
Ray was the mentally toughest ball player I've ever seen, of all of them I've ever seen, mentally tough. But I think the greatest all-around athlete I've ever seen was Ozzie Newsome. I can't think of a position he couldn't have played and done it adequately.
And for the man who has worked for both, Eddie shares this.
Coach Bryant dealt with a little hard-nosed Dubose, Mike Dubose, and small players that were just hard down, knock you crazy. Coach Saban is a master at evaluating talent and then coaching them from there. And both of them are obviously were great leaders.
Eddie still goes to practice every day, helping organize the officials who have succeeded him on the field. And 4 years ago, on his birthday, a surprise.
One of the managers came up and said, Coach Saban wants you to come up to the end of practice, and it was a total surprise to me. He had a shirt with my name and the 90 on the back of it. I told him at that time that he'd gotten me in a lot of trouble. He said, why? I said, well, it's going to come out on television and I'm 90 years old. And I told a girl to borrow the other night I was 21. He said, if she believed that, don't have anything to do with it.
A lot of football's been played around here over a lot of years, and a lot of practices as well. And all those practices for all those years were under the watchful whistle and eyes of Eddie Conyers. He was always there, and absolutely Alabama.